Friendship that changed everything. Keynotes. The right friendship doesn't just support you, it awakens you. 2. Divine connections are never coincidences. True friends speak to the potential in you, not the pain around you. Friendship is a healing force God uses to mend what life broke. The people you walk with shape the direction of your life. 6. Real friends don't just celebrate you, they correct you with love. When you can't hear God, sometimes He sends a friend to speak for Him. Friendship that's rooted in purpose produces destiny-level results. Introduction. There are moments in life when everything shifts, not because of a change in circumstance, but because of a person. Not because you moved cities or changed careers, but because someone walked into your world and brought light into a place you didn't even know was dark. That's the kind of power true friendship carries. Not superficial bonds, but divine appointments. People sent into our lives, not by accident, but by purpose. This isn't about popularity or how many followers you have. It's about the 1 or 2 people who spoke truth into your heart, who stood with you when the world turned its back, and who helped you see who you really were when you were blinded by pain or fear. Sometimes God answers your prayers not through miracles in the sky, but through people on the ground. He doesn't always speak through thunder. Sometimes He whispers through a friend. A friend who sees the greatness in you when you feel like a failure. A friend who calls you forward when you're tempted to settle. A friend who reminds you that your story is not over. It's easy to underestimate the role people play in our breakthrough. But the truth is, relationships are not optional, they're essential. Friendship is not just emotional support, it is spiritual alignment. It can unlock healing, inspire vision, break cycles of depression, and awaken purpose. Some of the greatest battles you'll ever win won't be won alone. They'll be won because someone was beside you. We often talk about destiny, but destiny rarely comes in isolation. It comes through divine connection. In fact, some of the people who changed our lives didn't even realize they were doing it. They were just being themselves, faithful, present, loving, and God used them to change the direction of our lives. This message is for the one who's ever felt alone, for the one who thought they had to carry the weight by themselves. I want to show you that the right friendship can shift everything. That you're just one conversation, one connection, and one divine encounter away from transformation. This isn't just a speech. This is a reminder that heaven often moves through human hands. Let me show you how friendship, that sacred gift, can truly change everything. 1. The right friendship doesn't just support you, it awakens you. There was a time in my life when I thought I had everything figured out. I had plans, goals, and even backup plans. But inside, something was missing. I was functioning but not fully alive. I was moving but not thriving. And then someone came into my life, not with fireworks or grand gestures, but with presence, with authenticity, with a love that didn't feel earned but freely given. That friend didn't just sit with me in silence or cheer me on from the sidelines. They looked at me and saw more than I ever saw in myself. They spoke to a part of me that had gone quiet, the part that dreamed, that believed, that hoped. Support is easy to find in people who want something from you. But awakening only comes from those who love you enough to call out your sleeping potential. That friend didn't allow me to settle for mediocrity. They challenged me when I made excuses. They reminded me who I was when I forgot. And they kept showing up when it would have been easier to walk away. And that's when I realized the best kind of friendship doesn't just comfort you in your weakness. It confronts you with your strength. There was one conversation that changed everything. I was ready to quit on something I had prayed for. I told this friend, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I misheard God. And instead of comforting my self-doubt, they looked me dead in the eye and said, no, you're just afraid. You're not failing. You're growing. You've come too far to give up now. Those words sliced through every lie I had believed. It felt like someone reached into my spirit and pulled me back to life. That's what awakening looks like. It's not loud. It's not always dramatic, but it's real, and it shifts you forever. Some friendships keep you where you are, but the ones that are sent by God, they don't let you stay asleep. They will irritate your comfort, stir your spirit, and revive your calling. They won't be impressed by your mask. They'll see behind it. They'll know when you're off track. They'll challenge you, not to wound you, but to wake you. And that's when everything changes. Because when you're awake to who you are, no storm can drown you, no failure can define you, and no fear can stop you. I look back now and realize it wasn't the loud crowds or viral moments that shifted my destiny. It was a quiet moment over coffee, a hard truth delivered in love, a friend refusing to let me quit. It was the unseen, uncelebrated moments that God used to resurrect something inside of me. And if you're listening today wondering why you're stuck or feeling numb, maybe the missing piece isn't motivation or another self-help book. Maybe it's a friend who sees you, a friend who calls you, a friend who awakens you. This kind of friendship doesn't just feel good, it transforms. And if you've never had that kind of connection, don't lose hope. God still sends awakeners. He still places people in your life who are mirrors of His grace and instruments of your purpose. The right friendship doesn't just support your journey, it starts it. It revives the parts of you that have been sleeping. And once you're awakened, nothing stays the same. 2. Divine connections are never coincidences. The people who change your life don't show up randomly. They're part of God's strategy. Divine timing, divine purpose, and divine alignment. The right person at the right moment can shift your direction forever. Don't dismiss meaningful encounters as luck. They are heaven-ordained appointments. True friends speak to the potential in you, not the pain around you. While many see your mess, real friends see your mission. They don't judge you based on your present condition. They speak to your future position. They help you rise when everything else is trying to drag you down. Friendship is a healing force God uses to mend what life broke. God often heals us through others. A kind word, a deep conversation, a safe space. These are tools of restoration. Some wounds are too deep for solitude. Friendship becomes the vessel God uses to restore our brokenness. 5. The people you walk with shape the direction of your life. Your circle influences your cycle. Walk with wisdom, you become wise. Walk with vision, you become focused. Who you surround yourself with determines where your life ends up. Choose carefully, proximity shapes destiny. 6. Real friends don't just celebrate you, they correct you with love. Accountability is the gift of true friendship. A real friend will stop you from making decisions that sabotage your calling. Correction wrapped in love is not judgment. It's protection. When you can't hear God, sometimes He sends a friend to speak for Him. In moments of silence, confusion, or despair, God often uses the voice of a friend. Through their wisdom, encouragement, or even their presence, you hear echoes of divine truth. Their words carry prophetic weight. 8. Friendship that's rooted in purpose produces destiny-level results. Friendship based on shared purpose is unstoppable. When two or more walk together with vision and faith, they become a force. That kind of bond births books, ministries, movements, and miracles. In conclusion, in the end, we often remember the people more than the places, the friendships more than the milestones, because behind every victory is a voice that told us not to quit. Behind every breakthrough is someone who stayed when others walked away. The right friendships don't just make life more bearable. They make it more meaningful. They sharpen you, they support you, and they stretch you. And if you've ever had even one friend who stood by you in the dark, you've experienced a piece of heaven on earth. Never underestimate the power of a friend who sees you, knows you, and believes in you. Cherish those people. And if you haven't found them yet, pray for them, wait for them, be ready for them. Because when that kind of friendship enters your life, everything changes. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I pray that this message reminded you of the friendships that shaped you and the ones still to come. May your life be filled with connections that awaken your spirit, heal your heart, and unlock your destiny. Thank you. God bless you.